Introduction, a new perspective on life. Have you ever felt like you're falling behind in life? Maybe you've looked at someone else's success and thought, why am I not as talented, rich, or smart as them? In today's world, where social media constantly showcases people living seemingly perfect lives, it's easy to feel inadequate. But here's the truth, comparison is a dangerous game, one that can steal your happiness and hinder your personal growth. Join us as we explore this profound story. To learn why you should never compare yourself to others, and why following your own path can lead to true success and fulfillment. A story from Vishnupur, the struggle of comparison. In a quiet village near the beautiful forests of Vishnupur, there lived a young boy named Raghav. Raghav was hardworking and honest, yet one habit always kept him unhappy. He constantly compared himself to others. No matter what he did, he always felt like he wasn't good enough. Whenever he saw his friend Karen, the top student in school, he wished he was as intelligent. When he saw his neighbor Siddhar, who was wealthy, he envied his riches. Even when he watched someone run faster than him, he wished he could match their speed. Slowly, Raghav's life became filled with disappointment. He couldn't focus on his studies, and his interest in work started to fade. One day, a famous saint arrived in the village. People gathered around him to hear his wisdom, and Raghav saw this as an opportunity to seek guidance. He approached the saint and confessed, "Gurudev, I work very hard, but I always feel sad when I see someone better than me. I feel like I can never be as successful as they are. Please help me get rid of this problem." The saint smiled and said, "Come to the oldest tree in the village tomorrow morning. You will find the answer to your question there." Though confused, Raghav decided to trust the saint's words. A lesson from nature, understanding true purpose. The next morning, as the sun rose, Raghav arrived at the old tree where the saint was waiting. The saint asked him to observe the forest. "What do you see?" he asked. Raghav looked around and replied, "I see different kinds of trees. Some are tall, some are short. Some bear fruit, while others don't." The saint nodded and said, "Now, imagine if the mango tree started comparing itself to the coconut tree and complained that it wasn't as tall. And what if the coconut tree felt miserable because it couldn't bear sweet fruits like the mango tree? Would that make sense?" Raghav laughed. "No, Gurudev. That would be foolish." "Exactly," the saint said. "Just like these trees, every human has a unique existence and purpose. The mango tree provides sweet fruits, while the coconut tree offers height and strength. They serve different purposes, yet both are valuable." Still curious, Raghav asked, "But what about people?" The saint led him to a pond where fish swam freely. He pointed to a bird soaring above and asked, if the fish complained that it couldn't fly like the bird, would that be fair? Raghav shook his head, "Not at all. The fish is meant to swim, and the bird is meant to fly," the saint smiled. "Then why do you want to be like someone else? Your journey is your own, and you have qualities that others don't. Stop comparing yourself and focus on your strengths." This realization changed Raghav's perspective completely. He stopped comparing himself to others and started focusing on his own abilities. As he worked on improving himself, he gained confidence and clarity. Over time, he built a successful business and became the most inspiring person in the village. Whenever someone asked him the secret to his success, he simply said, "If a fish tries to fly, it will always fail, but if it hones its swimming skills, it can rule the entire ocean." Why comparison is a dangerous trap. Raghav's story teaches us an invaluable lesson. Comparison is a thief of joy and progress. When you compare yourself to others, you ignore your strengths. Just like the fish and the bird, we all have different talents. Focusing on what others have blinds you to your unique gifts. Lose motivation. Constantly feeling less than can lead to frustration and decreased productivity. Feel inadequate. The more you compare, the more you feel you're not good enough, leading to self-doubt. Neglect your own journey. Instead of improving yourself, you waste time worrying about others. 1. Ignore your strengths. Just like the fish and the bird, we all have different talents. Focusing on what others have blinds you to your unique gifts. 2. Lose motivation. Constantly feeling less than can lead to frustration and decreased productivity. 3. Feel inadequate. The more you compare, the more you feel you're not good enough, leading to self-doubt. 4. Neglect your own journey. Instead of improving yourself, you waste time worrying about others. Final thoughts. Embrace your unique journey. At the end of the day, life isn't a competition. We all have different starting points, challenges, and strengths. The secret to success isn't in comparing yourself to others but in focusing on your own growth. Remember Rugov's words, if a fish tries to fly, it will always fail. But if it hones its swimming skills, it can rule the entire ocean. So, what will you do today? Will you continue comparing yourself, or will you embrace your uniqueness and create your own path to success? The choice is yours.